Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again in the year. If special was a Grand Prix, I'd call it the British Grand Prix. This week is the British Grand Prix week, and even though we may or may not know the outcome of who's going to win the race, well, there's still a 19-car battle at hand. And I'm pretty excited for the British Grand Prix, but why should you be excited? Because this Grand Prix is one of a kind. I mean, that doesn't really answer your question, but why is the British Grand Prix one of a kind? That is the new agenda for this week. Now, first, before I get started, I just want to say, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss out on any video that I upload. And well, with that out of the way, I think it's about time we say this Grand Prix is one of a kind. But why is it one of a kind? Because, well, the British Grand Prix, just a bit of a history lesson for you guys. I mean, some of us have escaped history, but we shall move. The British Grand Prix has been around for many years, if not nearly 100, but on the Formula One calendar, it first featured in 1950, which was actually Formula One's first ever Grand Prix. And it is the race that gave birth to the World Championship that most of us, or if not all of us watching this video, are in love with. And from the British Grand Prix in 1950, Formula One has been a worldwide hit. And I mean, yes, there have been many tracks that have hosted the British Grand Prix. I can give an example of course, Silverstone, probably the most iconic Formula One circuit, if not one of. And you can give an example of a racetrack probably a lot of you have never heard of, Aintree, which was used in the 60s but does no longer exist, unfortunately. And then you've got one of the most iconic British Grand Prix circuits, Brands Hatch. And I mean, a lot of people never even knew that Brands Hatch hosted a Formula One Grand Prix, but now you know that it has. And those are the three tracks that have hosted the British Grand Prix. I mean, there's not much to say, there's just three, but the history is immense, and there have been many great moments that the British Grand Prix has had, and there's so many that you can think of. In terms of examples, we're still going on. We can also say 2000, and it doesn't get more iconic than that. And well, we can still go on and say 2014. I mean, 2014 for me, it's quite a special one because I mean, I watched that race from not from home, but from a resort. I mean, where I was spending a holiday or something. And well, it was crazy enough because Lewis Hamilton didn't have the best qualifying, and Rosberg was probably going to gain ground on him, and then you had the chaos at the start with Kimi Räikkönen and Felipe Massa, and they have given more than 5, but we still move. I shall also say 2018. Well, 2018 is not iconic for most. I mean, it's a Grand Prix that Lewis Hamilton did not win. Instead, Sebastian Vettel did win it. But let's also give 2022. I think that's the last one I'll say, because 2022 is beyond crazy. I mean, yes, at the start it was crazy enough. We nearly lost Guan Yu Zhou, and well, that crash was kind of neutralized because of modern safety standards of Formula One cars, and of course the halo, which did save our guy Guan Yu Zhou his life. But after that, well, you saw overtakes galore. I mean, after the red flag, there were overtakes galore, and there was so much drama happening. And well, I mean, you're waiting for that moment. I know you are.
so I shall play it for you.
Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track, cuts the chicane. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, you really did deserve such a moment. And I mean, after it all, it was a crazy race. Max Verstappen nowhere to be seen, and Carlos Sainz delivering his first Grand Prix victory. What a day that was. What a race it was. And even though I may have forgotten some parts, but what a race that was. But the British Grand Prix is mostly known for its huge attendances. And I mean, don't get me started on 2021 and 2022. Over 300,000 people across the weekend. It may have even been more, because 2021 was quite a disturbing year. I mean, we know why, because of the coronavirus pandemic, and well, some countries, including the country I was in, were in lockdown. I won't mention what country I was in, but I was in lockdown while watching the British Grand Prix and seeing over 300,000 people cheering on Lewis Hamilton after that infamous crash with Max Verstappen on the first lap. And I mean, 2022 was better because at least I was able to move around, but the fans are special at the British Grand Prix. They're senior citizens. They are young people looking at Formula One for probably the first time in the flesh, and others will come to support other drivers. You could say Lando Norris. There may be some Ferrari fans, some Max Verstappen fans as well. And the fans always just make the British Grand Prix a million times better than it actually is. And it's safe to say that the British Grand Prix is one of my favorites, but my favorite will forever be I won't say. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you're excited for the British Grand Prix. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you around at the British Grand Prix.